Persidangan mahkamah pada hari ini dijalankan secara sidang video atas persetujuan semua pihak berikutan Perintah Kawalan Pergerakan di bawah Fasa ketiga Pelan Pemulihan Negara. Hakim yang bersidang pada hari ini adalah Yang Arif Hakim Datuk Noorin Binti Badaruddin. Petisyen untuk penerimaan masuk sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara di Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya. Petisyen pertama WA-18-819-007/2020 Sarah Fong Chui Yen.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Sarah Fong Chui Yen, Pempetisyen pertama.
Yes.
Assalamualaikum dan selamat pagi. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Najmi Dawami bin Abdul Hamid alias Muhammad Akid, Peguam Pengusul, hadir bagi pihak Pempetisyen pertama Sarah Fong Chui Yen pada hari ini.
Yes.
Assalamualaikum dan selamat pagi Yang Arif. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Najmi Dawami bin Abdul Hamid alias Muhammad Akid, Peguam Pengusul, hadir bagi pihak Pempetisyen pertama Sarah Fong Chui Yen pada hari ini.
Yes. Yes, proceed, counsel.
Yang Arif, saya memberi laluan kepada wakil-wakil jabatan iaitu Jabatan Peguam Negara, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan juga
Ya, Jawatan Kuasa Kuala Lumpur. Sila perkenalkan diri anda masing-masing, please.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Iskandar Putra Ishak bagi pihak Majlis Peguam Yang Arif.
Selamat sejahtera dan dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Katrina Karvinwi Suyen mewakili pihak Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur dan Selangor.
Yes.
Yang Arif, dari pihak AG belum memperkenalkan diri Arif.
I think we have got some technical problem. I can see that she has introduced herself, but we cannot hear her. All right, we'll take it as she, as you know, that she has introduced herself. Proceed, please.
Okey, terima kasih Yang Arif. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya dengan rendah diri memohon kebenaran untuk meneruskan ucapan saya dalam bahasa Inggeris Yang Arif.
Dipersilakan.
May it please your ladyship, your petitioner Sarah Fong Chui Yen, who was born on 30th day of Oktober 1996 in Seremban, and she is the eldest in the family. The petitioner began her primary education in SJKC Chonghua before continuing her secondary education at SMK Tunku Ampuan Najihah, followed by her pre-university education, which is A-levels in Inti College. The petitioner went on to pursue law in Harp University and graduated in the University of the West of England, Bristol at 2018. Subsequently, she successfully completed her CLP. Upon completion of CLP, the petitioner then commenced her pupillage in Messrs. Dennis, Nick and Wong, where she has mainly exposed to civil and corporate litigation. My lady, on this special day of admission, the petitioner would like to express her utmost gratitude to her wonderful parents, Mr. Fong Peng Fu and Madam Lee Chin Bee, for the unwavering support and sacrifice in shaping the petitioner into becoming who she is today. The petitioner would also like to thank her sibling, Melvin Fong Weng Han, for his companionship and for being there for her at all times. She will also convey absolute appreciation to her paternal grandparents, aunts, uncles, and cousins for their endless love and support. Today, as she stands before this honorable court, the petitioner hopes that she has made them all proud of her. Secondly, the petitioner would also like to record her heartfelt appreciation to her pupil master, Mr. Rajvinder Singh, and for his guidance and patience during the course of her pupillage. Further, the petitioner would also like to especially thank Datuk Wong Ryan, Mr. Goit Ken Wen, who had taught her advocacy skills and the practical side of legal practice. But the petitioner is truly grateful to have Mr. Dennis, Mr. Vincent, Puan Afdilani, Ms. Emily Wong, Mr. Mohilan, Mr. Marcus, and Mr. Steven for their patience and willingness to guide her in times of need. She would like to truly give thanks to her colleagues Yishian, Yanjun, Yuan, Amira, Amanda, Mai, and Zaifu from Messrs. Dennis and Wong for making her pupillage a meaningful and enjoyable experience. Lastly, the petitioner would also like to wish thanks her high school best friends, university friends for always being there for her through thick and thin. Although those who are not named, but they are as equally important to the petitioner. The petitioner is also grateful to have me to be her mover today, who has kindly agreed to take out his time to move her call. My lady, I verily believe that the petitioner is a fit and proper person to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Malaya. And I believe that all the petitioner's papers are in order and that my learned friends from the Attorney General's Chambers, the Bar Council, and the Kuala Lumpur Bar Committee respectively have no objections to this motion. Dengan izin Ya Arif, oleh itu saya dengan rendah diri memohon supaya Pempetisyen Sarah Fong Chu Yeng diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai seorang Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara di Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Majlis Peguam tiada bantahan, Ya Arif.
Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur juga tidak mempunyai bantahan, Yang Arif.
And this is very important, ya. Jabatan Peguam Negara, we cannot hear you. This one, I've got to hear whether there is any objection or not. So do something so that I can hear you, whether there is any objection on the part of the AG's chambers or not. I cannot hear you. Firdaus,
Ya Arif.
can you do something? I tak boleh dengar daripada AG's chambers.
Saya dah WhatsApp Puan Nusara minta dia log out dulu Ya Arif sebab dia ada masalah dengan audio ya.
Okay, we shall wait. All right. Yes.
Boleh dengar Puan.
Saya mohon maaf Yang Arif di atas masalah teknikal sebentar tadi. Untuk makluman Yang Arif, Jabatan Peguam Negara tiada bantahan terhadap permohonan Pempetisyen pertama Yang Arif.
Thank God. Yes. Right. Mahkamah dengan ini membenarkan permohonan Pempetisyen dan menerima masuk Sarah Fong Chu Yeng sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya dan juga memerintahkan nama Sarah Fong Chu Yeng dan penerimaannya didaftaraikan oleh pendaftar.
Terima kasih Yang Arif. Dengan izin Ya Arif, Saya dengan hormatnya memohon kebenaran daripada Mahkamah yang mulia ini untuk Pempetisyen untuk menjubahkan dirinya sendiri.
Dipersilakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Congratulations, Sarah Fong, dan terima kasih Encik Najmi.
Sama-sama, Yang Arif.
Pempetisyen kedua WA-996-09/08/2020 Tan Jisin.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Tan Jasin, Pempetisyen kedua.
Yes.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Andrew Koo, pengusul bagi Pempetisyen Tan Jasin yang hadir pada pagi ini. Rakan-rakan bijaksana saya daripada Jabatan Peguam Negara, Majlis Peguam dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur adalah seperti yang telah diperkenankan kepada Yang Arif terlebih dahulu. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya memohon kebenaran untuk memberi sepatah dua kata mengenai Pempetisyen dan meneruskan dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Persilakan.
Much obliged, milady. May I be permitted to introduce your petitioner, Tan Jasin. The petitioner was born in Subang Jaya and is the eldest daughter of Mr. Tan Si Jun and Madam Lau Siok Ni. The petitioner read law at the University of Sheffield and was conferred the degree of Bachelor of Laws in 2018. She was subsequently called to the Bar of England and Wales by the Honourable Society of the Middle Temple after completing the Bar Professional Training course at the University of West of England, Bristol in 2019. She has also attained accreditation as a civil and commercial mediator with ADR ODR International, a UK-based ADR organization recognized by the Civil Mediation Council. Your petitioner commenced her pupillage at Tan Law Practice under the tutelage of my learned friend, Ms. Hani Tan. Under Ms. Tan's guidance, the petitioner received comprehensive training and insight into the practice of family law. She enjoyed the learning and realized that there is much more to family law than meets the eye. She appreciated the chance to do research in areas pushing the boundaries of the law. For example, on whether DNA tests may be ordered on minors in paternity suits, and the quantification of domestic work when dealing with the division of matrimonial assets. It was especially interesting as those areas of law intersected with those of social science. Throughout her pupillage, the petitioner had the opportunity to assist on pro bono matters and volunteered at the Women's Aid Organization. These experiences opened the petitioner's eyes to the plight of domestic violence victims and the importance of being the voice of those who are silenced. On this memorable day, the petitioner would like to take this opportunity to record her sincere and utmost gratitude to her family. The petitioner would like to thank her parents for their unwavering love and encouragement, her mother for all the time and effort dedicated to the education of the petitioner and her siblings, and her father for constantly supporting her dreams and voracious appetite for books. The petitioner thanks her beloved siblings, Jesslyn and Jehan, for their support and wishes nothing but the best for them in their respective journeys. She's also grateful towards her grandparents and godmother, Jasmine Lee, for all their love. The petitioner would like to record her great appreciation to everyone at Tan Law Practice, especially Kay Koo, Bell, and her pupil master. Not only did Ms. Tan hone your petitioner's legal skills, but apparently also her skills in reverse parking. Ms. Tan has imparted on the petitioner, by example, not merely knowledge, but also integrity and good character that contributes to the making of a good lawyer. Lastly, the petitioner would like to express her appreciation towards her friends Summer, Yihui, Oscar, Rahul, Narina, Grace, Wengji, Yishuan, and Jinyi for their friendship and support. My lady, in her exchanges of messages with me in preparing for today, the petitioner has referred to herself as an accidental lawyer. Her initial ambition was to become a doctor. The medical profession's loss is the legal profession's gain. The petition is attracted not simply to the law, but its reasons and rationale. The petitioner loves reading, which will stand her in good stead as she reads countless law reports and research articles. I hope she does not lose her love for reading. We appear to share several common favorite authors, and I would like to close by quoting from Somerset Maugham, which, as your ladyship is no doubt well aware, once lived in colonial Malaya in the 1920s. In his book of Human Bondage, a book that my father introduced to me many, many years ago, Somerset Maugham writes, "When I read a book, I seem to read it with my eyes only. But now and then I come across a passage, perhaps only a phrase, which has meaning for me, and it becomes part of me. I've got out of the book all that's any use to me, and I can't get anything more if I read it a dozen times. You see, it seems to me one's like a closed bud, and most of what one reads and does has no effect at all. But there are certain things that have a peculiar significance for one, and they open a petal, and the petals open one by one, and at last, the flower is there." To apply that analogy, my ladyship, I trust that the petitioner's call to the bar today is just the opening of that first petal, and that in her career, there will be more petals that will be opened, and that eventually she will blossom and flower into a serviceful and successful advocate and solicitor. My lady, I verily believe that the petitioner is a fit and proper person to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Malaya. I also verily believe that all her papers are in order and that there are no objections from the representatives of the relevant bodies. I humbly pray that the petitioner, Tan Jie Zin, be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Malaya. May it please your ladyship.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Peguam Negara Malaysia tiada bantahan Yang Arif.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Majlis Peguam tiada bantahan Yang Arif.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur tidak mempunyai bantahan.
Mahkamah dengan ini membenarkan permohonan pempetisyen dan menerima masuk Tan Jie Zin sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya dan juga memerintahkan nama Tan Jie Zin dan penerimaannya didaftaraikan oleh pendaftar.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya memohon kebenaran mahkamah untuk pempetisyen menjubahkan dirinya sendiri.
Dipersilakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
I'm much obliged to your ladyship.
Congratulations and thank you, Mr. Koo.
Petition ketiga WA-18-1303-09/2020 Wan Sarah Irdina binti Wan Norman.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, petisi yang ketiga Wan Sarah Irdina binti Wan Norman.
Yes.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Emil Ezra bin Mat Hussein, Peguam Pengusul mewakili pempetisyen ketiga Wan Sarah Irdina binti Wan Norman. Rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang masing-masing mewakili Jabatan Peguam Negara, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur adalah seperti mana yang telah diperkenalkan sebentar tadi. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya ingin memohon kebenaran Yang Arif untuk meneruskan ucapan saya dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Dipersilakan.
May it please you, my lady, allow me to introduce your petitioner, Wan Sarah Irdina. The petitioner was born in Kuala Lumpur on the 4th of July 1996 and is the eldest daughter of the late Mr. Wan Norman bin Wan Osman and Madam Norlina Sulaiman. The petitioner had her early education in Sekolah Jenis Kebangsaan Cina, Tun Tan Cheng Lok, before continuing her secondary education in Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan USJ 13 and Beacon House, Sri Inai. Pursuing medicine was always her first option, my lady, and what everyone thought she would end up doing. It wasn't until the following of her curiosity and having faith in her values that led her to realize her passion in law. Being states away from home to read law at Multimedia University, Malacca, was one of the toughest paths the petitioner had to go through, especially when her beloved father was battling cancer at that time. Fast forward, the petitioner had come a long way to be here with us today. Upon graduation, she went on to commence pupillage in the chambers of Mrs. Nurul Hafizah and Associates under the tutelage of Mr. Ahmad Faiz, mentored by Madam Nurul Hafizah and Madam Zeti Zulfa. During her pupillage period, she was given the opportunity to experience many areas of law. Through her master, Mr. Faiz, the petitioner was exposed to and learned the crux of criminal litigation, whilst Madam Nurul and Madam Zeti was there with her to patiently guide her for the past 9 months and more, allowing her to get involved in civil litigation, molding her to be the lawyer she gets to become. Today, the petitioner is first and foremost thankful to Allah for all the blessings given to this day. The petitioner hopes to channel all her experiences and lessons learned in carrying out her duties as a professional in the field without fear or favor and to never steer far from the ethical standards. My lady, the petitioner wishes to express her utmost gratitude to her family. She would like to thank her parents, Mr. Norman and Madam Noorin, for their unwavering support, love, prayers, and encouragement, without which she would not have been able to achieve any of the milestones in her life. To Madam Rokia, the petitioner maternal grandmother, for taking care and loving her unconditionally. To one Afiq Mukri and one Muhammad Firdaus, the petitioner's 2 youngest brothers, for being her true opponents since young, honing her advocacy skills since then, and for being her inspiration to reach for greater heights. The petitioner is immensely grateful to Irfan Hilmi for his love, constant support, and for being by her side throughout this journey, come rain or shine. The petitioner is also thankful to Muhajir Anwar for the companionship and comfort since her adolescent stage of life, Prisha Radha Nair for braving through law school and beyond together, Ardila Aisha, Putri Nashira, and Chai Kim for standing by her side even during the storm year in and year out, and for being the motivation to the petitioner's achievements thus far. The petitioner would also like to extend her appreciation, my lady, to her pupil master, Mr. Faiz, mentors, Madam Nurul, Madam Zeti, Madam Kalisa, as well as every other associates, pupil mates, and colleagues for all their patient assistance, guidance, and support throughout her whole time at the firm. Last but not least, the petitioner would like to thank everyone involved since the beginning of her legal adventures, especially to the judges and registrars that she had been given privilege to appear before the court, Malaysian Bar, Selangor Bar, and Kuala Lumpur Bar offices, and her family members and friends from school, up to the university mates of hers. With this, my lady, I verily believe that the petitioner is a fit and proper person to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of this honorable court. I believe that all the petitioner's papers are in order and that my learned friends from the Attorney General's chambers, the Bar Council, and the Kuala Lumpur Bar Committee respectively have no objections to this. Dengan izin Yang Arif, oleh yang demikian, saya dengan rendah diri memohon kepada Mahkamah yang mulia ini agar Pempetisyen Wan Sarah Irdina binti Wan Norman diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai seorang peguam Bela dan peguam Cara di Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Peguam Negara Malaysia tiada bantahan Yang Arif.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Majlis Peguam tiada bantahan.
Yang Arif, jawatan kuasa Peguam Selangor tidak mempunyai bantahan.
Mahkamah dengan ini membenarkan permohonan Pempetisyen dan menerima masuk Wan Sarah Irdina binti Wan Norman sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya dan juga memerintahkan nama Wan Sarah Irdina binti Wan Norman dan penerimaannya didaftaraikan oleh pendaftar.
Terima kasih Yang Arif. Saya memohon kebenaran daripada Yang Arif untuk Pempetisyen menjubahkan dirinya sendiri.
Dipersilakan.
Look at it. Look at mom. Take your time, no rush.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Congratulations and thank you Encik Emil Ezra.
Much obliged, my lady.
Pempetisyen keempat WA-1831-1331-10/2020 Eng Yen Jun.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Eng Yen Jun, Pempetisyen keempat.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Yap Yun Jan mewakili pihak Pempetisyen keempat, Cik Heng Yen Jun. Rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang mewakili Peguam Negara Malaysia, Majlis Peguam dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur seperti yang telah diperkenalkan pada Yang Arif sebelum ini. Yang Arif, saya dengan rendah diri memohon kebenaran Mahkamah yang mulia ini untuk meneruskan ucapan saya dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Dipersilakan.
May you please the call, my lady. My lady, your petitioner was born in the year of 1997. She is the youngest daughter of Mr. Heng Chi Hiang and Madam Yo Gui Kwan, who are also attending these meaningful occasions virtually to witness the petition's admission ceremony. The petitioner read law at University of Malaya and graduated with LLB honours degree in 2020. Subsequently, your petitioner commenced her pupillage in the chambers of Mr. Dennis Epadure at Mrs. Dennis Nick and Wong, mainly in the field of civil and corporate litigation. On this special day, my lady, your petitioner would like to take this opportunity to express her deepest gratitude and appreciation to her parents, unconditional love and unwavering support. The petitioner would also like to thank her brothers, Ki Kai and Ki Sang, for their encouragement and advice. My lady, throughout her 9 months dedications and commitment to the firm, she would also like to record her utmost gratitude to her master, Mr. Dennis Epadure, for his constant guidance and patience. The petitioner would also like to thank the partners of the firm, Datuk Wong Ren Yen, Mr. Gui Ken Win, Mr. Vincent Lim, and most importantly, Miss Emily Wong Lee Yen, for exposing her to the practical side of the legal field. Your petitioner would like to express her heartfelt appreciation, especially to Miss Emily Wong again, for giving her great guidance, not only in relation to the legal field, but also valuable lessons of life. Your petitioner would also like to thank her colleagues, Yishen, Sarah, Yuan, Muhilan, Marcus, Stephen, Puvana, Amira, Amanda, and Zaifu for their company and laughter throughout her pupillage. Very special thanks to Yishen for being the most supportive buddy and best colleague that one could ever ask for. Last but not least, she would like to thank her relatives, high school sisters, university mates, buddies who were there for her through thick and thin. No names are specifically mentioned, but she would like it to be known that she cherishes all of them and it is a blessing to have them in her life. Lastly, the petitioner is grateful to have me to be her mover today. I believe the petitioner's papers are in order and the petitioner is a fit and proper person to be admitted as an advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Malaya. I also believe that my learned friends from the respective bodies have no objections to these petitions. Oleh yang demikian, dengan izin Yang Arif, saya dengan rendah diri memohon supaya Pempetisyen Heng Yen Jun diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai seorang Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara di Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Dan izin Yang Arif, Peguam Negara Malaysia tiada bantahan Yang Arif.
Izin Yang Arif, Majlis Peguam tiada bantahan Yang Arif.
Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur tidak mempunyai bantahan, Yang Arif.
Mahkamah dengan ini membenarkan permohonan Pempetisyen dan menerima masuk Heng Yen Jun sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya dan juga memerintahkan nama Heng Yen Jun dan penerimaannya didaftaraikan oleh pendaftar.
Terima kasih Yang Arif. Diizinkan saya Yang Arif untuk memohon kebenaran supaya Pempetisyen Heng Yen Jun dibenarkan untuk menyarung jubah diri sendiri.
Dipersilakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Congratulations and thank you, Mr. Yap.
Pempetisyen kelima WA-18-1507-10/2020 Nabila Amani binti Anwar.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Nabila Amani binti Anwar, Pempetisyen yang kelima.
Yes.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Hafizah binti Maknur, Peguam penyusul yang mewakili Pempetisyen kelima, Namilah Amani binti Anwar. Bersama-sama saya adalah rakan-rakan bijaksana saya iaitu wakil-wakil daripada Jabatan Peguam Negara, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam seperti mana yang telah diperkenalkan sebentar tadi. Yang Arif, pada hari ini telah ditetapkan pendengaran bagi penerimaan masuk Pempetisyen kelima sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya. Terlebih dahulu, izinkan saya untuk memperkenalkan latar belakang Pempetisyen kelima. Pempetisyen telah dilahirkan pada 13 September 1997 di Melaka dan merupakan anak sulung kepada pasangan Encik Anwar Rahmat dan Puan Haryati Hashim. Dibesarkan di Melaka, Pempetisyen memulakan pendidikan awalnya di Sekolah Kebangsaan Malim Melaka dan bersekolah menengah di Sekolah Menengah Sains Sembrong, Johor. Pempetisyen kemudiannya menyambung pengajian asasi undang-undang di Universiti Teknologi Mara Kuantan dan Dengkil sebelum melanjutkan ijazah sarjana muda kebujian undang-undang di universiti yang sama di Shah Alam. Pada September 2020, Pempetisyen telah berjaya menamatkan pengajian ijazahnya dengan memperolehi anugerah dekan. Pempetisyen kemudiannya telah menjalani latihan dalam kamar di Tetuan Nazri Azmi Islinda pada 13 Oktober 2020 sehingga 13 Julai 2021 dan di bawah bimbingan Puan Nur Amalina binti Imlah. Yang Arif, pada hari yang penuh bermakna ini, Pempetisyen ingin merangkapkan jutaan terima kasih yang tidak terhingga kepada insan yang paling berharga dalam hidup Pempetisyen, iaitu Ibu Puan Haryati Hashim dan Ayah Encik Anwar Rahmat. Sejak kecil, tiada sedikit kekurangan pun yang dirasai Pempetisyen dan Pempetisyen amat berterima kasih di atas segala doa, kasih sayang, sokongan dan kepercayaan yang diberikan oleh kedua ibu bapa Pempetisyen selama ini. Tidak lupa juga kepada 3 adik Pempetisyen yang disayangi, Noorin Izzati, Natasha Alia dan Muhammad Irfan, serta nenek yang telah banyak membantu dan mempermudahkan urusan hidup Pempetisyen selama ini. Pempetisyen percaya bahawa kejayaan pada hari ini hanya dapat dikecapi dengan doa dan dorongan kedua ibu bapa dan keluarga Pempetisyen. Pempetisyen berharap agar pencapaian pada hari ini dapat membanggakan dan menggembirakan kedua ibu bapa dan seluruh keluarganya. Seterusnya, Pempetisyen ingin merakamkan setinggi penghargaan kepada Puan Nur Amalina dan Datuk Nazri Mustafa di atas peluang yang diberikan untuk menjalani latihan dalam kamar di Tetuan Nazri Azmi Islinda selama 9 bulan. Pempetisyen berasa amat bersyukur kerana telah diberikan tunjuk ajar dan bimbingan yang baik sepanjang tempoh tersebut. Terima kasih kepada Cik Syafira, Encik Muzamil, Encik Syafiq, Encik Afi, Encik Yani, Puan Diah dan Puan Yasmin di atas segala tunjuk ajar yang telah diberikan. Terima kasih juga kepada rakan pelatih dalam kamar, Zakira serta seluruh warga Tetuan Nazri Azmi Islinda yang telah banyak membantu Pempetisyen selama menjalani tempoh latihan dalam kamar. Seterusnya, buat sahabat-sahabat yang Pempetisyen anggap seperti keluarganya sendiri, iaitu Atirah Nabiha, Aufa Khairanis, Nur Izzati, Nurul Fatin, Nik Aisyah, Maisarah Muklizam, Syaza Umairah, Arina Rahman, Syahira Syasha dan Imran Muhammad Syafri, tiada kata yang dapat diungkapkan selain ucapan terima kasih kerana selalu ada di sisi Pempetisyen dan menjadi tempat Pempetisyen berkongsi susah dan senang. Pempetisyen juga ingin mengucapkan terima kasih kepada rakan-rakan karib LLB iaitu Nur Diana Ahmad, Syahrina, Sharifah Hazira, Hayati, Jannah, Dania dan Vanessa yang telah banyak membantu Pempetisyen ketika berada di sekolah undang-undang. Yang Arif, sesungguhnya ramai individu yang telah banyak menyumbang secara langsung mahu tidak langsung kepada kejayaan Pempetisyen pada hari ini dan untuk itu Pempetisyen ingin menzahirkan ucapan terima kasih buat semua. Penghargaan khas turut diberikan kepada Peguam Penyusul Puan Hafizah Binti Maknur di atas kesudian beliau untuk melapangkan masa untuk menyusulkan permohonan Pempetisyen pada hari ini. Ya Arif, saya sesungguhnya percaya bahawa segala kausa adalah teratur dan saya juga percaya bahawa Pempetisyen adalah seorang yang berkelayakan menurut Akta Profesyen Undang-Undang 1976 untuk diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya pada hari ini. Saya juga percaya bahawa rakan-rakan bijaksana yang mewakili badan-badan yang berkenaan tidak mempunyai sebarang bantahan yang arif. Oleh yang demikian, saya dengan rasa rendah diri memohon agar satu perintah Pempetisyen Nabilah Amani binti Anwar dapat diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya. Mohon diperkenankan Yang Arif.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Peguam Negara Malaysia tiada bantahan Yang Arif.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Majlis Peguam tiada bantahan Yang Arif.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur tidak mempunyai bantahan.
Mahkamah dengan ini membenarkan permohonan Pempetisyen dan menerima masuk Nabila Amani binti Anwar sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya dan juga memerintahkan nama Nabila Amani binti Anwar dan penerimaannya didaftaraikan oleh pendaftar.
Terima kasih Yang Arif. Dengan rendah diri, saya memohon kepada Mahkamah yang mulia ini untuk Pempetisyen mencubahkan dirinya sendiri.
Dipersilakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Congratulations and thank you, Madam Hafizah.
Pempetisyen ke-6 WA-18-1583-10/2020 Aida Hayati binti Aminuddin.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Aida Hayati binti Aminuddin, Pempetisyen ke-6.
Yes.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Rafizi Zainal Abidin Arif. Saya adalah Peguam pengusul yang mewakili Pempetisyen ke-6 pada hari ini Arif. Dan saya perkenalkan wakil-wakil jabatan yang telah daripada Jabatan Peguam Negara, Majlis Peguam dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur seperti yang diperkenalkan sebelum ini Arif. Ya Arif, dengan izin ya Arif, sedikit latar belakang mengenai Pempetisyen ke-6 dengan izin pohon saya. Bacakan ya Arif. Ya Arif, pada 27 Oktober 1997 ada tarikh Pempetisyen dilahirkan di Hospital Kajang, Selangor oleh ibunya iaitu Permaisuri, hatinya juga iaitu Puan Noorin Binti Sufaat yang telah membesarkan Pempetisyen dalam keluarga yang sederhana tetapi cukup sempurna. Syukur kehadrat ilahi di atas segala pengorbanan, doa, dorongan dan sokongan dari segi emosi maupun kewangan yang telah beliau curahkan kepada cahaya mata tunggalnya ini. Sungguhnya penghargaan yang tidak terhingga Pempetisyen ucapkan kepada Pemasyuri ibu hatinya ini, kerana beliaulah bukan sahaja ibu tetapi bapa yang juga peneman sejati dan juga tunjang kekuatan Pempetisyen di dalam hidup Pempetisyen. Pempetisyen berharap bahawa pencapaian Pempetisyen pada hari ini sedikit sebanyak dapat membanggakan dan mengembirakan ibunya. Ya Arif, dengan izin di peringkat pendidikan ya Arif, pula Pempetisyen telah memperolehi sijil pelajaran Malaysia di Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Jalan 3 Bandar Baru Bangi, yang kemudiannya telah melanjutkan pelajarannya terus di program asasi undang-undang di Universiti Teknologi Mara. Lepas itu Pempetisyen meneruskan impiannya di institut yang sama di bawah program Ijazah Sarjana Muda Undang-Undang dan telah menamatkan pengajiannya dengan kepujian. Arif, Pempetisyen kemudiannya telah memilih firma Tuan Zahari Effendi and Partners sebagai firma untuk Pempetisyen menjalani latihan dalam kamar dan berada di bawah bimbingan Encik Zahari Effendi bin Abdul Kadir, iaitu bermula daripada tarikh 21 Oktober 2020 sehingga 21 Julai 2021. Dari seterusnya penghargaan khas Pempetisyen pada hari ini ditujukan kepada master beliau, iaitu Encik Zahari Effendi bin Abdul Kadir, yang telah memperkenalkan dunia kepeguaman dan litigasi yang sebenar kepada Pempetisyen, serta tunjuk ajar dan ilmu-ilmu dan juga peluang juga dorongan yang tidak putus sepanjang Pempetisyen menjalani latihan dalam kamar. Pempetisyen amatlah bersyukur kerana diberikan rezeki seorang master yang penuh berdedikasi dan begitu penyabar dalam memberi didikan dan bimbingan kepada Pempetisyen sewaktu tempoh latihan dalam kamar. Tidak lupa juga kepada ahli keluarga di Tuan Zahari Effendi and Partners, terutamanya kepada Puan Raihas Hashim, Encik Ahmad Fadli Saleh, Encik Mat Azizi Hussein, Puan Mariam Jamilah, Encik Faizal Jaafar, Puan Syazira Fatihin, Encik Farahana Nabila dan semua yang telah banyak membantu yang banyak membantu Pempetisyen dalam menceriakan hari-hari Pempetisyen sepanjang tempoh 9 bulan yang dijalani. Sesungguhnya Pempetisyen tidak akan mensia-siakan segala panduan tunjuk ajar yang telah diberikan. Ya Arif, Pempetisyen juga ingin merakamkan setinggi penghargaan kepada rakan-rakan seperjuangan yang sentiasa berada bersama beliau dan di hati beliau, iaitu Ifah Nurhaliza, Putri Dashira, Syawal, Syufiat, Tarmizi, Kalisa, Adiba, Alina, Masila dan Marini, yang merupakan salah satu penguat semangat Pempetisyen dalam menjalani latihan dalam kamarnya. Pempetisyen sungguhnya percaya bahawa tempoh 9 bulan ini sememangnya bukan satu tempoh yang cukup untuk mempelajari kesemua selok-belok dunia perundangan. Oleh itu, Pempetisyen akan kekal bersemangat dan berdedikasi dalam meneruskan perjuangannya untuk lebih memahami dan belajar lebih banyak lagi demi menjalankan tanggungjawab sebagai seorang peguam bela dan peguam cara yang berjaya dan penuh integriti. Ya Arif, saya percaya bahawa Pempetisyen Aida Hayati binti Aminuddin adalah seorang yang sesuai dan berkelayakan untuk diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai seorang peguam bela dan peguam cara di Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya. Dan saya percaya juga bahawa segala ketidakpuasan dan teratur dan rakan-rakan bijaksana saya pada hari ini tidak punya apa-apa bantahan terhadap usul yang telah disebutkan. Oleh demikian ya Arif, saya dengan rendah diri di sini memohon agar Pempetisyen Aida Hayati binti Aminuddin diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai peguam bela dan peguam cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya. Terima kasih. Sekian dari
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Jabatan Peguam Negara tiada bantahan Yang Arif.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Majlis Peguam tiada bantahan Yang Arif.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Selangor tidak mempunyai bantahan.
Mahkamah dengan ini membenarkan permohonan Pempetisyen dan menerima masuk Aida Hayati binti Aminuddin sebagai peguam bela dan peguam cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya, dan juga memerintahkan nama Aida Hayati binti Aminuddin dan penerimaannya didaftaraikan oleh pendaftar.
Terima kasih ya Arif. Ya Arif, saya mohon Mahkamah Mulia ini untuk memberi kebenaran Pempetisyen untuk menjubahkan dirinya sendiri. Arif.
Dipersilakan.
Terima kasih Arif.
Terima kasih, Arif.
Congratulations and thank you, Encik Rafizi.
Terima kasih Arif. Masya belajar.
Petition ke-7 WA-1851-1651-11/2020 Chong Hang Yung.
Dengan izin Yang Arif.
Ya, dengan Arif, nama saya Chong Hang Yung.
Dengan izin Yang Arif. Saya Eng Yu Hui hadir bagi pihak Pempetisyen Chong Han Yung pada hari ini. Rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang masing-masing mewakili pihak Peguam Negara, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur yang telah pun diperkenalkan awal tadi. Mula-mula sekali saya ingin memohon kebenaran Yang Arif untuk meneruskan hujahan saya dalam bahasa English.
Dipersilakan.
May it please the court and good morning, my lady. Permission for me to introduce your petitioner, Chong Han Yung. The petitioner was born on 14th of May, 1995 in Muar. He is the third child of Mr. Chong Chi Sun and Mrs. Tan Siu Hong, who are present behind the screen, I believe. The petitioner had his early education at SJKC Chonghua, number 3, and went on to complete his secondary education at the High School of Muar. The petitioner did his law degree at Brickfields Asia College. He graduated his LLB from University of Liverpool, United Kingdom in 2017. Thereafter, your petitioner bravely took his certificate of legal practice in Brickfields Asia College, which I believe has a high rate of failure because of the high standard of legal qualification we have. So high that passing the examination is deemed success by default by many. Fortunately, he passed his exam and completed his CLP in 2019. Upon completing his CLP, your petitioner told me that he was very fortunate and honored to start his pupillage under the tutelage of my very good friend Miss Tan Shek Cheng in the chambers of SC Tan and Lu. As we stand here today to celebrate his chambering and graduation success, your petitioner would like to take this opportunity to express his gratitude and appreciation to the people who have been instrumental and crucial in the petitioner's journey in pursuing his legal career. First, his parents for raising him to become the best version of himself and for all the years that they stood by him. No words can describe how grateful the petitioner is towards his parents, as he would not be here without them. The petitioner is privileged to have done his parents proud and will continue to do so. 2, his pupil master, Miss Tan Shek Cheng, and for all the opportunities, guidance, and advice she has given to him. The practice under the guidance given by the people in the firm as well has been an eye-opener to your petitioner, my lady. He now understands the crucial importance of knowledge and research. An appreciation for profile knowledge of law, I hereby submit, is one of the few reasons why this petitioner ought to be admitted as a solicitor in the High Court of Malaya. 3, to his team for being attentive and kind to him during his 9 months of his pupillage and for offering their support whenever the petitioner is in need. Teamwork, my lady, is the next ground that I will pray for order in terms of this petition. And to his mover, myself, for taking time off to be present here today, I reckon the pleasure is mine. And number 5, to all his friends who have been there through the storms and sunshine of his life. The journey would not be complete without them, and the petitioner cannot thank them enough. My lady, I believe the petitioner is a fit and proper person to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Malaya. I believe all the petitioner's papers are in order and all the relevant bodies have no objection to this motion. Saya dengan rendah diri memohon kepada Mahkamah yang mulia ini menerima masuk dan mendaftaraikan Pempetisyen ke-7 Chong Han Yong sebagai seorang Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Peguam Negara Malaysia tiada bantahan Yang Arif.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Majlis Peguam tiada bantahan Yang Arif.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur tidak mempunyai bantahan.
Terima kasih.
Sorry. Proceed, Mr. Ang.
No. Sorry, my lady. I asked for the petitioners, the petition herein to be allowed as per the orders. That's right. I asked for order in terms of the petition.
Yes. Mahkamah dengan ini membenarkan permohonan Pempetisyen dan menerima masuk Chong Han Yong sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya dan juga memerintahkan nama Chong Han Yong dan penerimaannya didaftaraikan oleh pendaftar.
Saya juga memohon kebenaran mahkamah untuk kebenaran bagi pihak Pempetisyen untuk menjubahkan jubahnya sendiri.
Dipersilakan.
Terima kasih, Yang Arif.
Tahniah dan terima kasih, Encik Ang.
Ribuan terima kasih kepada Yang Arif.
Dengan ini, saya menjemput Yang Arif Hakim untuk memberikan ucapan.
Para peguam pengusul yang bijaksana, Puan Nur Suraya Amir, Peguam Persekutuan Wakil yang berhormat Peguam Negara Malaysia, Encik Iskandar Putra Ishak, Wakil Majlis Peguam Malaysia, Cik Katharina Karwinwi, Wakil Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur dan Selangor, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan yang saya hormati sekalian, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh dan selamat sejahtera. Ladies and gentlemen, this morning we have the pleasure of witnessing the admission of our young ladies and gentlemen as advocate and solicitors of the Malaysian Bar. It is befitting at this juncture to congratulate each and every one of you at achieving your goal. This is an important ceremony that marks one of the most significant milestones in the lives of all the ladies and gentlemen who are before us today. You have survived all the grueling examinations and endured the intensive as well as challenging pupillage. Congratulations again. However, notwithstanding your perseverance and hard work, there is inevitably someone behind your success. You could not have achieved this success and endured the long journey to this momentous day without the loving support and tireless sacrifices of your parents and your beloved family members and friends. So remember their sacrifices in that long and arduous journey to see you roped, signifying your formal inclusion into this exclusive and noble profession. The legal profession is a noble and honorable profession. So they say. I cannot disagree. One must be a fit and proper person to be called to the bar. The call is a public testimony of the pupil's adherence to the practice of the law honestly and faithfully in the presence of his or her family and the court. You will now be recognized as an officer of the court whenever you appear in the court. Beneath the glory of the occasion, the true meaning of the ceremony that you underwent is not about the grandeur of wearing the gown and be robed, but your affirmation of commitment to uphold justice and the rule of law. A call speech recaps a pupil's journey and affirms the pledge to uphold the bar's calling. It thus gives me great pleasure to be the first to address you on this memorable and special occasion. On behalf of the entire bench and everyone here, may I congratulate you on your great achievement. All of you have come a long way, and from this moment, begin to embark on your professional career. Becoming a lawyer is prestigious and an achievement on its own. So strive not only to be a good lawyer, because we have so many of them, but an outstanding one. So lawyers had a special standing in any community and treated with respect and reverence. So as an officer of the court, lawyers owe allegiance to a higher cause, in essential, the cause of justice and truth, plus an overriding duty to maintain the highest professional standard of integrity and competence at all times and all costs. Lawyers must never suppress or distort the truth. Remember that for the rest of your life. So the future is bright for all of you, and I hope you will continue to strive to achieve excellence in the performance of your obligations and duties at the bar. On that note, allow me to congratulate all of you again, your parents and your loved ones once again on your admission and enrollment. I wish all of you the very best of luck and every success in your chosen career. For your kind attendance and attention, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh dan selamat sejahtera.
Ya, Arif, sesi bergambar ya, Arif. Tuan-tuan dan puan-puan diminta bersedia untuk sesi bergambar bersama Ya Arif Hakim. Tuan Fidas atau Puan Nur Aslamia boleh stop recording. Terima kasih. Cik Amirul dari BTN.